Welcome back to The Owner Mindset. I'm your host, Anthony A. Luna, and today we're exploring one of the most impactful frameworks for leaders in property management and beyond. It's the formula that transforms teams, builds trust, and delivers results. Leadership plus management equals accountability. By the end of this episode, you'll have actionable insights to transform how you lead and manage your team. So if you're ready to elevate your leadership game, let's get started. So let's talk the foundations of LMA. At its core, LMA is about creating a foundation of trust and clarity that allows accountability to naturally emerge. Leadership is about vision. It's about painting a picture of where you're headed and inspiring your team to come along for the journey. Management, on the other hand, is about execution. It's the system that keeps things moving forward, ensuring the right people are doing the right things at the right time. When these two elements are in sync, the result is accountability. And here's the key. It's not about micromanaging or constantly checking up on your team. Accountability, when it's done right, becomes a byproduct of great leadership and management. This isn't just a theory. It's how our team operates at Coastline Equity, and it's how we've achieved property management excellence. Everything we do, from our property management pods to our long-term vision of growth, relies on these principles. So let me share an example with you. Think about the day-to-day operations of a property manager. Without a clear vision for what success looks like and systems to keep the team aligned, it's easy for tasks to slip through the cracks or for team members to lose focus. But when leadership and management come together, it creates a culture where everyone understands their role and takes ownership of their work. That's the power of LMA. Leadership plus management equals accountability. Now let's talk about the first half of the equation, leadership. Leadership isn't just about being in charge. It's about setting the tone and creating a culture where people can thrive. At our own firm, we focus on 5 key practices. The first is giving clear direction. Your team can't perform if they don't know where they're going. That's why we use tools like the Vision Traction Organizer to outline our goals and rocks, those big 90-day priorities that keep everyone aligned. Next, it's about providing necessary tools. Whether it's access to training, resources, or tech like Appfolio, your team needs to feel equipped to succeed. Then, as a leader, it's about letting go of the vine. And this is one of the tough ones. It's about delegation and trusting your team to take ownership of their own tasks. We use the Delegate and Elevate framework to make sure everyone is working in their zone of genius. The fourth practice is acting with the greater good in mind. This is where your company is aligned with your company's core values and the greater mission, the larger mission of the company. It means putting the customer first and fostering equity for all here at our own company. And finally, there's taking clarity breaks as a leader. Leadership can be demanding, and if you don't take time to reflect and refocus, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. So which of these practices resonate with you most? And which one could you start working on this week to elevate your leadership? Let's break down the 5 management practices that create clarity and momentum. Leadership sets the vision, but management ensures that the vision becomes a reality. The first is keeping expectations clear. Every team member should know exactly what's expected of them, whether that's through job descriptions, rocks, goal setting, or weekly scorecards and KPIs. Next, communicating well is about consistent and transparent dialogue. In our own company, at Coastline Equity, we hold weekly level 10 meetings to review priorities and tackle the issues and challenges of that week. And then there's having the right meeting pulse. This is not just about meeting often, it's about meeting effectively. Level 10 meetings focus on reporting, discussing, and solving, not just rehashing updates and complaints and issues without actual solutions. The fourth practice is holding quarterly conversations. These are dedicated one-on-one check-ins to review progress, align on goals, and provide feedback. Finally, rewarding and recognizing, celebrating your team's wins publicly and giving constructive feedback privately. A little recognition goes a long way in building morale and engagement. As you think about these practices, ask yourself, is there a gap in how you're managing your team? What's one small adjustment you can make to improve clarity and communication? Let's bring it all together. Accountability doesn't happen by accident. It's embedded into your culture through systems and processes. At Coastline Equity, we use team scorecards to track progress on weekly priorities. This gives everyone a clear view of where they stand and what needs attention. We also document processes in Whale, our knowledge sharing tool. Whale is where we track all of our SOPs and proven processes. This ensures consistency across our pods and across our departments and reduces the risk of things slipping through the cracks. And we've introduced Issue Solving Track, or IDS, into our meetings. This framework helps us tackle challenges head-on by identifying, discussing, and solving issues as a team. When we've combined all of these tools with strong leadership and management, accountability becomes a part of your team's DNA. Finally, let's talk about sustaining LMA through effective meetings and continuous improvement. Every week, we hold level 10 meetings to review scorecards, update rocks, and resolve issues. These meetings aren't just about checking boxes. They're about building trust and ensuring everyone is aligned. We also encourage our leaders to take clarity breaks, those moments to step back, reflect, and refocus. It's amazing how much clarity you can gain when you take the time to pause. And of course, quarterly conversations are a cornerstone of culture. These one-on-ones provide a space for feedback, recognition, and setting new goals for the coming quarter. They're where leadership, management, and accountability truly come together. Let's wrap up today by talking about how to sustain this formula over the long term. At Coastline Equity, we're big believers in continuous improvement. That's why we emphasize quarterly conversations. These are those one-on-one meetings where managers and team members align on their goals, review performance, and plan for the future. Clarity breaks is again that place where leaders can take a step back, get caught up on that day-to-day thinking, and take time to reflect and refocus to make sure that they're supporting their team in the best possible ways. Whether it's hitting a quarterly rock or resolving a major tenant issue, we make sure to acknowledge and celebrate our wins, however small. This isn't just about running a business. It's about creating a culture where people feel empowered to grow, succeed, and make a difference. That's what the principles of property management excellence are all about. While this training is meant to help you get to LMA, LMA isn't a final destination. It's a journey that you'll continue to take and shape and grow as the years go on. And like any journey, it starts with a single step. So here's my challenge for you. Choose one leadership or management practice that we discussed today and implement it this week. Maybe it's setting clear expectations or holding your first quarterly conversation. Whatever it is, commit to it and see how it transforms your team. Thank you for joining me on the Owner Mindset. Be sure to check out the show notes for tools like the LMA checklist, well documentation tips, and our IDS guide. If you found this episode helpful, share it with your team and leave a review. Together, we're building something bigger than property management. We're building a culture of trust, clarity, and accountability. See you next time.
Anthony A. Luna is the CEO of Coastline Equity Property Management, based in Southern California. As a respected Forbes and Fast Company contributor, Anthony shares insights that help property management professionals excel while giving back to their communities. His upcoming book, Property Management Excellence, will be available in June 2025 on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and bookstores worldwide.